Hello, I'm Jody Atkinson. I'm a barrister from St John's Chambers in Bristol, and I'm going to give you a talk today about child support. And this talk is intended as an introduction to the Child Support Act 1991. And I've been asked to set out whether this applies to Scotland or Northern Ireland. And I can tell you that yes, it largely does. The Act applies directly to Scotland. There's some small changes and some not so small changes. As a child can apply for child support for themselves under the Child Support Act in Scotland. They can't do that in England, but it is largely the same. And in Northern Ireland, it's not the same legislation. Northern Ireland has the Child Support Northern Ireland Order 1991, but the terms of that order are very similar to those of the Child Support Act. So the same system again applies in Northern Ireland as well. Northern Ireland has its own child maintenance service, Northern Ireland CMS, but they give the same address as the CMS in England, Wolverhampton. So one suspects they are the same people. So anyone who's in Northern Ireland or Scotland or advising clients in Northern Ireland or Scotland can benefit from this talk. And indeed, I'd be delighted to accept some instructions from Northern Ireland or Scotland. And given the tribunals are frequently remote, that's not as challenging as it once was. So moving on to the talk itself, I'm going to start with a bit of the history, because the history does explain quite how we have the often slightly strange seeming system we have today, and how we got there. And the history begins again, somewhat surprisingly, with Margaret Thatcher.